Hey, what's up? It's Jason Lucchese and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm so excited that you're here with us right now. We're going to be diving into a super hot topic. It's going into 2021. We're leaving 2020 behind us. And if you're not, well, this video is going to help you out quite a bit because a lot of people are starting to put together their New Year's resolutions and all that good stuff. One of the things I will tell you is right now you could either be surfing on the top of the tsunami that is leading us into 2021, or you could be an individual on the ground that's just completely freaked out and they're running away from the tsunami. Because my friends, I will tell you right now, this is happening. Whether or not you want to be on board with it or be with us, the tsunami's going. And it's going at full force. This is something that we've been seeing for months now. And I'm sure with you being a subscriber to the channel that you've been seeing all the videos that we've been putting out, especially about the market. Now, one of the things is I put together something really cool that you could follow along with and make 2021 the most impactful year, not just of your business, but also for your life. So I'm going to be looking a little bit at my document that I set up because I put a lot of time and effort into this one. And I want to make sure that you are also getting the most out of this as well. So, the big thing here is I'm glad I looked down at this. We've got 2 free downloads for you. So make sure you stay on until the end. This is going to help transform your 2021. They're absolutely free, no charge. They are yours. I want to give them to you, so make sure you stay on until the end. And if you're not already a subscriber, that's cool. Become one now, so that going into 2021, you get all of the video alerts that we're going to be having because we plan on putting out a ton of amazing content for you here. So let's dive into this thing. So one of the things I want you to just kind of put it off just for a second and just hear me out. New Year's resolutions. Okay. Most people, they fail at their New Year's resolutions. And the main reason why is they put themselves into a really difficult spot right from the get-go. Either you're going to be losing weight or you're going to be starting a new business. You tend to put overload on yourself and they just don't work. So one of the things that I wanted to tell you that's been really transformative for me, and it's been working out quite a bit, is giving yourself deadlines. Okay? Deadlines. Just hear me out on this. Give yourself deadlines. Give yourself, and I'm completely fine with resolutions, but everybody puts so much emphasis on a New Year's resolution that they really don't focus on what you should be doing over a 12-month period. You could be making resolutions any day of the week. For me, I made a resolution on August 1st of 2020 that I was going to be making a very big change in my life. And that was going from eating meat to now a plant-based diet. And I've been doing that ever since. I've dropped nearly 60 pounds. I feel amazing. Energy is through the roof. I'm working out again. I'm doing the things that I really love. And it really came down to a lot of the things that I really wanted at that point. And that was some big whys. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit here today on this video so that you can duplicate whatever you want from this video in your business, in your life. And you could start doing it yourself. You don't have to do what I did where I made a big shift and went from not eating meat anymore to being plant-based. I'm not saying you have to do that. This is not what I'm talking about on this video. So most people, and you know this, they go gung-ho for the first 2 to 3 weeks of the new year and then things fizzle out. You know, when I was going full force at the gym, we would always say, oh man, let's take a 2-3 week break in early January because after that 2-3 weeks, those individuals that pack up the gym, they're no longer going to be there. Same thing goes for businesses too. We see a big influx in people that want to join our training programs, you know, that first part of the new year. And you'll see a bunch of, you know, affiliates and individuals out there that are promoting new training programs to help you out with your new year. And then they just fizzle off. You know, it's shiny object syndrome. And unfortunately, it happens. It happens to me. It happens to you. It happens to everybody. So one of the things that you could do, and you could finally break the cycle, is just give yourself a deadline. If you want to get X done before Y comes, you need to make that deadline. And I'm going to talk more about that here in just a bit. The big thing that I've been seeing is when people are failing or they're not seeing the results that they want, it's because they're giving themselves more than one priority. When you can focus your time, your effort, your energy on one priority, you're going to see the world difference. Because normally when folks, plan out their New Year's resolutions, they've got goals, right? And there's nothing wrong with having goals in life. You should have those. But when somebody puts, 5 or more goals, sometimes I see 5 to 10 goals, and before that, you haven't accomplished any of those goals previously, you're setting yourself up, in my opinion, for failure. Okay, because I want you to do one thing. If you have a big goal sheet right now, I'm not telling you to crumble it up, throw it away. I want you to figure out what's the most important thing on that goal sheet, the most important. And then what you could do is make that your top priority. I'm not saying to don't do the other goals, but once you do the top priority, give yourself a deadline for doing just that one thing, then you can focus on the additional ones from there. Because I'll tell you, once you get one done, you're going to have momentum now. Once you have that momentum, you can now start going forward. When you have that, you could start seeing the results that you want. And I'm talking about that's where the tsunami is. You're now riding on top of it. You've got some momentum moving forward. That's what I want to give you. That's what I want to show you on this video right now. So I want you to really think about that. So here's what I mean. I'm going to, give you an example. So say you want your first closing to take place in 2021. That's your first priority, right? You want just one deal closed, one deal. And for some of you on right now, maybe you've already closed multiple deals. This is still going to help you. This type of practice, what I'm showing right now from this example is going to still help you. So from that one priority of closing one deal, right? There's webs to that priority. You're not going to just say to the world, hey, I want to close one deal this month. I want to close one deal in the first quarter of 2021, whatever your deadline is, right? And you want to set really good, realistic deadlines. You don't want to give yourself 6 months to close one deal. In all honesty, you could probably close one. If you haven't closed one up to this point, you could close one in 30 days. Depending on if you're working or not, it might be 90 days. It just all depends on what works best for you. So in this particular deal, let me scroll down on this thing. So here's what it takes. So you need to obviously have sellers, right? You need to have somebody that's interested in selling their property. So say, for instance, once you find that property, you're going to need a buyer to buy that property from you, especially if you're going to be doing it from a wholesaling standpoint. You're going to need the right paperwork, the right documents. And if you need any of those documents like purchase and sales agreement, assignment of contract, let me know. Drop a comment below. I'll be more than happy to share any of that for you free of charge. Just go ahead and drop a comment and I'll be more than happy to do that. Make sure you stay tuned here. We've got some exciting documents that I'm going to be sharing with you momentarily. Next thing is title company. You're going to need to have a title company to wrap that up for you. Or if you're in an attorney state, you're going to need to have an attorney get all that stuff for you. And like I was saying, you need to be able to have that communication there with the sellers. You need to know, how am I going to find these leads? And the thing from there is you need to bullet point how you plan on doing that. So from a seller standpoint, I'll give you this example here. You have sellers on that list that you need to accomplish. Well, from there, you could say, I'm going to put out bandit signs. I'm going to send off a mailer. I'm going to contact some real estate agents. A lot of people think there's no good deals on the MLS. There's good deals on the MLS right now. There's good deals that are off market. But so many people overlook the MLS and then they just go after off-market properties, which is completely fine, but you're missing a whole other potential opportunity there. So I want you to focus on that. Like, where am I going to get my sellers? Because although you have the one, it really boils down to the action part, right? Because that's how most people fail. They give themselves 5 to 7 priorities. That's 40 to 50 tasks from those 5 to 7 priorities. That would make anybody not want to finish that. That would make somebody not want to complete that. Okay. So you can see how most people drop off after 2 to 3 weeks. It just happens because you're overloading yourself with so many tasks. If you give yourself one priority, that's going to give you 3 to 5 tasks. What I just labeled out here: sellers, buyers, title company, documents. That's 4 from one priority. So a lot of people give themselves way too much. You want to really ride this wave the right way. You need that surfboard. You need to be on top of the tsunami. I don't care if you don't know how to surf. I don't know how to surf, but hey, we're going to be riding that sucker together, right? So you need to be able to prioritize properly. So many people give themselves way too much. So somebody asked me what my day typically looks like. Now, it's changed drastically since the end of July and really beginning of August. I've really changed things up to be more productive, especially with my time. I probably watch less than 10 hours a week of television. Normally when I do, it's movies with the family, or maybe it's just me trying to wind down for the rest of the night and just maybe catching like maybe 10, 15 minutes here and there of like a basketball game or something like that. I really love basketball. Not really big into any other sports, although I do watch them from time to time. So here's what my day typically looks like. I'm going to run you through the list. So I wake up at either 6 or 6:30, depending on what time I went to bed the night before. I don't really use an alarm clock anymore. I did, but now my body's used to waking up at those times. So I typically wake up between 6 and 6:30. Now, I drink this stuff immediately as soon as I wake up. It's called Spring Dragon Tea. It's an adaptogen tea that helps get my body ready for the day. So I drink that. That's 30 ounces of the water. And then I also put a scoop of branched chain amino acids in there. It just helps get my body fired up and ready for the day. I'm also, one of the things I do is I drink a ton of water, not just in the morning, but throughout the day. I try and drink about 1.5 gallons of water every single day. And it helps out quite a bit. My energy levels have really gone up quite a bit. So I also, in the morning on an empty stomach, I try and do what's called a hybrid fast. So I don't really eat until the early afternoon. I just see that I'm a lot more clear-headed, more focused, and I'm able to get a lot more done. So on that empty stomach in the morning, I take anywhere between 2 to 4 digestive enzymes. It just helps regulate my stomach, my digestive system, so that I could have a productive day. And it really helps out quite a bit. The next thing I do is I get the kids' food ready. My wife and I, we really spearhead a lot of these things that I'm going to tell you. So getting food ready for the kids, either she or I will do that. Taking care of our dogs. We have 3 dogs, and I put away the dishes. Normally that's my deal there. My wife, gets the food ready, and she also takes care of the dogs. She's amazing. I normally am the one putting away the dishes, and then I go and have the luxury of waking all of our 3 kids up. Normally I'm the one flipping the switch on, saying, hey, time to get ready, and get them all set and ready to go for school. And then around 7:45, we go ahead and we drive the kids to school. They go to a private school, so we don't have a bus set up for them. And the school is just literally about 3 to 5 minutes down the street. Next, from there, my wife normally takes them in the morning to school. So that's important that you know, because in the afternoon, I'll tell you, I go and pick them up. But as soon as they take off, I go ahead and get my stuff ready. I put together another 30 ounces of branched chain amino acids, and I have a big jug. It's normally this thing right here. This is empty right here as I'm doing this video. I'm about to go fill it up. But normally I'll bring one of those down. So I go downstairs and I'll get ready to start working out. That's around 8 o'clock. So I'd normally do about 10 minutes or so to warm myself up on our treadmill. And then I go and lift weights. So that's about for an hour or so. And then as soon as I'm done with that, it's normally around 9:15. I come up, take a quick shower. And then my office is just literally right here. And I come over, I start working. So some of the things that I'm going to rattle off to you right now are the things that I do. So I respond to emails and I check Slack. So Slack is a communication, instant messenger type deal that we use with the team members. So I use that. I'll check Slack for anything that's urgent that needs my response. I'll call Mike. Most of you guys know who Mike is. He's on a lot of the videos that we do. So I call Mike about deals in our pipeline. I call him about anything that he needs help on. He also is very helpful to me. So he double checks, see if I need anything as well. So we're in constant communication throughout the day. So I will make calls to anybody that is needed, especially after talking with Mike. If we're kind of at a roadblock with a deal, or if somebody needs something right away, I'll make sure to hop on that and get that taken care of. I respond to our students, clients, and Facebook groups just to make sure everything is moving along and making sure everybody is proceeding forward. If anybody is halted, I try and hop in there right away so that we could remove any roadblocks or detours so that they could stay on track. From there, I'll follow up with sellers and other professionals. So other professionals could be real estate agents, they could be attorneys, they could be anybody that I'm really wanting to potentially do like joint venture deals with. Something, bigger than just, focusing on real estate and some of the other things that we have, because we do other stuff like from a business standpoint. We like to focus on that as well. I will follow up with title company to see if we have anything scheduled on the docket. And I just try to make sure that we are clear and we are good to go with no hiccups from title, nothing from any of the individuals that are party to the appointment that we have scheduled for the closing. Then from there, what I do, I know you wanted to hear about my schedule. From there, I put a sweet potato in our air fryer. Normally I get these big suckers, so I normally have to put them in there for like 35 to 40 minutes. So I put those in there, I clean it up, I put it in our air fryer. And then what I'll do is I'll start putting together like our content for our podcast and the YouTube channel, which you're watching this right now. And then from there, once I'm done putting all that type of stuff together, I will make what's called an ice cream bowl. For those of you that don't know what that is, if you want to know what it is, let me know in the comment section below. I won't share right now, just from a time standpoint. I respect your time and I don't want to go full length into that. But if you would like to know what an ice cream bowl is, let me know. Because what I do is I do an ice cream bowl and 1 cup of sweet potato with some cinnamon on there. And that's what I have for lunch. So I'll eat that. And normally what I do is I'll eat right here at my desk. And I'll watch something on YouTube that's motivating and inspiring, because I like really watching that type of stuff. It really helps me out, especially for continuing on and having a great day. It really does help out from the things that I've been seeing. So once I'm done there, I double check our automation, like our software, make sure everything is working. That's around like 2:30ish. And then at 3 o'clock, I head on over. I go pick up the kids. And normally Mike is there. Our kids both go to the same school. So Mike will come in to the truck, especially right now. It's cold. Or normally Mike and I get out and we just walk around the parking lot just to get some steps in. I like to be really active too, especially here since I work from home. I'll get up frequently and give myself like 2 to 5 minute breaks of just walking around, letting the blood flow and getting some steps in throughout the day. So we'll do that. And there's this really long wait for getting the kids. So I normally get home around 3:35ish. And then once I come home, I'll get in about 20 to 30 minutes on the treadmill of just doing like a walk at like a 2.8 or a 2.9 speed. And I'll knock that out, get that out. And then once I'm done with that, I'll start wrapping up my work day. I'll start wrapping things up, making sure, tying up any loose ends with anybody from the team. Like, hey, if you need anything, let's nail it right now. So I'll do that. Then once I'm done with that, normally it's about 30 minutes, I hang out with the fam. I hang out with the fam, just like doing that type of stuff, because I understand time is extremely valuable. And I really like that quality time of us being able to do stuff. And I'll also have a snack around that time. So normally what I do is I'll have a snack. Normally it's like a grapefruit or 2 slices of Ezekiel toast. And I'll put 1 tablespoon of cashew butter on the bread there. I toast it and then I'll have that as a snack. So I normally do that, but for the most part, it's a citrus fruit, and I'll normally go with my grapefruit, which I'm going to have here in just a little bit, actually. And then most of the time we have some sort of a sporting deal going on. And right now I'm coaching my son's 7th grade team. So we have those practices on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then we try and get in some training with our trainer. My boys get training, and that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So normally what I do is I'll go and do that stuff with them on those nights. And then my daughter has gymnastics on Monday. So we're a pretty busy family in the evening times. And then once I get home from like practice or doing stuff with my daughter, I'll have dinner. Now, if you want to know what I have for dinner, again, leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to share with you what I have for dinner. Since I'm not pushing plant-based stuff on you, but I have obviously a plant-based dinner. And then I head to bed around 10 or 10:30. I want to make sure the kids' homework is done and they're putting in their best effort from a school standpoint. I wasn't really big on school growing up, but I want to make sure that they get the best experience that they can, especially from school. And then it's basically rinse and repeat from there. I wear this Aura ring to really track my whole entire day from an activity standpoint and a sleeping standpoint. So that's been helping me out quite a bit. Now, if I know I spouted out a bunch of things, hopefully that you can really take advantage from this. But the main things that I really want to share with you is our 2021 Take Action worksheet, our 2021 Honest Answers questionnaire. If you would like access to those two documents in themselves, we could charge a decent amount of money for. But since you are a subscriber to the channel, I want to give them to you as my gift. And if you're not already a subscriber, please make sure you become a subscriber. Support our channel. We would love to have you on here. I would love to get this out to you. So let me know below if you would like the worksheet and the questionnaire. Now, the questionnaire is not for me. I don't want it back. It's for you. So in the title, Honest Answers Questionnaire, you need to get like super crystal, super honest with yourself. It's almost kind of like journaling. There's questions on there, and I want you to be as honest as possible with yourself. It's not going to do anything for me if you try and sugarcoat everything. It's only going to help you. So I want you to really focus on that. Really focus on that questionnaire, and you will be able to get so much guidance just from that. It's going to help you be able to take some of the weaknesses, some of the mistakes from 2020, and it'll allow you to transform your 2021 into the year that you really want to see for yourself. So that's what I want to give to you. I want to give you those gifts, the Take Action worksheet and the Honest Answers questionnaire. I want those to be in your hands, so make sure you drop a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you become a subscriber, and I'll be looking forward to your comments. If you guys have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those as well. But other than that, you have a great day. It's been great explaining and sharing with you some of the things that I do and some of the things that you can be doing as well within your life, within business. And hopefully this helps inspire and motivate you to have a powerful end of 2020 and just an amazing 2021. You take care. Have a great day. Bye now.